Well, I guess it is fair to say that the Christmas jinx has once again struck Coach Popovich as his team is struggling again. They have lost the first two games in December, but now they're coming to Old Trafford to face bottom of the table Fulham. And they need a resurgent hit button quick, as they have now lost a game to the top clubs, or the top teams above them, of course. As you can see, Manchester City absolutely kind of running away with it, really. But of course, they now have a game in hand over Manchester United, so they need a bounce back result quick. And Coach Pop, as you can probably tell, has had to shuffle his entire team, with them having to play against Arsenal just a few days ago, in which Unai Emery grabbed the win, which will be vital for his resurgence this season, as he's had it pretty tough. Well, Fulham have had it tough too. They actually have a new manager. Claudio Ranieri has actually come in, and he's got the almost seemingly difficult task of trying to keep Fulham up. They're not even in double figures in points yet, scoring just 8 from the first 15 or so games. Manchester United just need to find something, because they are approaching the period where they struggled last season, and that's where City took advantage. Joel Pereira actually gets a start in goal today. Tuanzebe is with Jones and Rojo and Delo, so Ro Jones with the fullbacks. Herrera is with Lingard and Fred, and up top it's Wilfried Zaha with Danny Williams and Andreas Pereira on the sides of him. Fulham's team looks like this. Fabrizio is in goal, and he's with Chambers, Odidi, Raymond and Bryan. I think it might be Callum Chambers for the Arsenal. McDonald is with Seri and Mantutic in the back there. Kreslet is with Visito and Abayate up front. No Ryan Sessegnon, as he was signed by Arsenal in the summer transfer window. Covered by Pereira again. Here's Vieto. And Seri, and saved by Pereira again. And he's saving everything, Joel Pereira, isn't he? He's in one of those moods this afternoon. Oh, it's a really good save. It's a really good save. Gregg Popovich's number 2 is proving his worth in this one. Here's Herrera. He's sent off Wilfried Zaha on the run here. Great feint out again by United. They seem to do that a lot. Jesse Lingard. Lingard skipping his way through. Oh, and a belter by Jesse Lingard. 1-0. Wonderful goal from Jesse Lingard. Doing what he does best. Last season when he reached that purple patch of form, and he's done it again. Beautifully brought onto his right foot. Twisted and turned and faked out everybody. And a wonderful strike. Making it 1-0. And finally something goes right for Manchester United. They actually have the lead. They did score against Arsenal, of course, but that was to equalise. But finally, Jesse Lingard opens his Premier League account for the season, but that wasn't the final thing I was going to say. But in any case, that is the case. And United lead for the first time in a couple of games by a goal to 0 as we approach half-time. And so far, so good this afternoon for Gregg Popovich. Clean sheet for Joel Pereira, surprisingly. And a wonderful goal for Jesse Lingard. Means that Manchester United currently are ahead, and they need these 3 points desperately as they're to kind of get them out of a slump quicker than they did the first time. And they're going the right way about it. United 1, Fulham 0. Zaha gets pushed, and that is a foul. Double substitution also for Gregg Popovich is Alex Hunter and Gomez come on for Pereira and Zaha. Alex Hunter's first duty will be to take this free kick. Oh, he scored it. Oh, what a whirly from Alex Hunter. And what a way to make your introduction. Well, the first kick of the game in this, and he makes it a sub appearance and he belts it. Oh, it's a wonderful goal. Patrico's getting nowhere near it. What a free kick by Hunter that is. Over the wall, absolute peach. No one is getting to that. What a way to come on as a substitute. Instant free kick, instant goal. And we've said that Danny Williams is rather in the shadow of Alex Hunter sometimes, and that's why. What a wordly. 2-0 to United, and that's thoroughly deserved as time ticks away. And what a perfect response to 2 back-to-back losses once again from United. They don't let the slump last long. That's the good thing about United and Popovich this year. He's definitely trying to make not slumps last longer than they should. That was probably an issue last season, but not this one. And Alex Hunter, that's what he was brought for. Fred. Angel Gomez. Oh, wonderful. And headed, chested in by Hunter. Oh, 3-0. Game over. And another goal for Alex Hunter. 2 substitute goals. And what a great cross from Gomez this is. Perfect. And there's nothing Alex Hunter can't do at the moment. He doesn't need his feet. He just uses his chest. Yeah, he uses his chest to put it in. Wow. What a goal from Alex Hunter. That's probably one of the most unorthodox goals I've ever seen. But it counts. That is incredible. His 4th goal is probably one of the most unorthodox goals I've ever seen. Cross from Angel Gomez, chested in literally by Alex Hunter. 3-0 to United. An absolutely dominating performance at the end. Joel Piera though with another clean sheet. And he's really going to be causing some selection headaches for Gregg Popovich, because you don't want to keep out David De Gea, but Joel Piera is really making a case for himself. Especially this season, just like he did last. 2 attempts and 2 goals though for Alex Hunter, coming on as a substitute with 7 minutes to go. His first kick was a free kick, which was absolutely worldly. His second touch and attempt chested in off a cross from Gomez. Manchester United stopped the skid at 2 this time with a 3-0 win against bottom of the table Fulham. So let's have a look at all the classified results and what that means for the league table. And we have a shock at Stamford Bridge as Maurizio Sarri's Chelsea have beaten City by 2-1. And not only that, Everton beat Watford by the same scoreline, meaning there is just a point between Manchester City and surprise club Everton. This title race could be on for one of the most unlikely of suspects, and also throws Manchester United back into the mix as well with their 3-0 win at Fulham. The chasing pack have capitalised on Chelsea beating City. West Ham lost to Crystal Palace by 2-1 as well. Spurs failed to capitalise on it really with a 1-1 draw at Leicester. The same for Liverpool against Bournemouth. Burnley beaten Brighton by 2-1. Cardiff and Southampton also drew with a goal apiece. And Manchester United, as we said, beating Fulham by 3-0. Wolves beaten Newcastle by 1-0. And another win for Unai Emery's Arsenal team as he beat Huddersfield by 1-0 as well. So Unai Emery's season finally starts to be picking up some pace. So let's have a look at the Premier League table then. So with City's second loss of the season, it means that Everton are now just a point behind them, and Manchester United are a further 2 points back from them as well. So 3 points covers the top 3. Spurs go into 4th, with Chelsea up to 5th after their win at City today. It is today, isn't it? Burnley in 6th, West Ham 7th, Wolves going into 8th and having a very impressive season back in the Premier League. Arsenal now up to 9th and really starting to gather some pace. Bournemouth in 10th position and Eddie Howe. Liverpool dropped to 11th now. Southampton are 12th with Leicester, Palace, Brighton, Newcastle and Watford completing the top 17. At the bottom, Huddersfield and Cardiff, it's pretty much as you were, to be honest, with Huddersfield and Cardiff on 10 points and Fulham still rooted to the bottom on 8 after that thumping by Manchester United. There are two huge games next for Manchester United. First is a rather easier matchup with qualification already secure, with United taking on Juventus. But there is a purpose to this tonight, as this matchup will decide who wins this group and gets the easier path to the final per se. I believe that's how it works. But you can forgive Gregg Popovich for maybe sitting back a little bit when you probably looked at his squad report this afternoon. It's not the strongest squad he could possibly set out in a match that could be semi-crucial, but Liverpool are coming up, and you know that Gregg Popovich likes to prioritise the bigger purpose in future matches. Will his squad rotation magic work tonight? So, Joel Pierre will keep his place in goal tonight. Eric Bailly is in the centre of defence as well, and it looks a rather weaker squad than usual. Darmian, Smalling, Dalot joining the defence. Gomez is with Hemwood, McTominay, Pogba and Chong. Up top by himself is Alex Hunter, and obviously Gregg Popovich having the Liverpool game in mind to score more goals. Well, in the reverse fixture between these two, Juventus actually won this matchup by 1-0 in a rather non-surprising fashion. Cristiano Ronaldo getting the only goal of the game. But Manchester United played well to a degree. It was only a mistake by Phil Jones that put Ronaldo in that position. Wojciech Szczesny starts in goal for Juventus. Ronaldo obviously plays. Perisic makes the bench. No Karim Benzema at all. Alexandro is with Chiellini, Costa, Matuidi, Khedira, Cuadrado in the midfield. Dybala playing behind Ronaldo. So it's pretty much the same squad that started that matchup. And there is no debut for Karim Benzema, who's yet to make his first Juventus start, if you have been in the news recently. Well, here's the group. Manchester United actually lead the group by a point ahead of Juventus, so they don't necessarily have to win tonight either to take the group. And it's fair to say that Manchester United and Gregg Popovich have performed much better in this Champions League than he did last season. I think there is no doubt that no matter who he gets in the last 16 draw, he will progress this time. And with his team is playing sparkling football, I think the mantra for Manchester United this season is to see more progress, and I for one think that's being made. There's it to Chong from Pogba off the post, and Tahith Chong was very close to getting his first ever Champions League goal against Juventus. That would have been really an achievement for him. But obviously, when the going gets crucial with the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona, I think we'll see the real mantle of this Manchester United side. I mean, it's not to say Juventus are any slouches, they're not really, and they did beat United the last time out, and Joel Pierre produces a splendid save to keep Dybala out. Joel Pierre had a stunning game last time out, and he's produced a great save there as well. We're starting to really question about David De Gea again, aren't we? Even though Gregg Popovich has tied him down for the foreseeable future, it really does look like Joel Pierre is producing a bit of a headache for him, to be honest. But we're talking about him again, aren't we? We're talking about David De Gea again. We always seem to, don't we? But this time, Joel Pierre is producing some weight to the fire. Aaron Hemwood with a shot. Goal! Aaron Hemwood, of course he does, because big game DNA has been in his mantle since the beginning. Manchester United have the lead, and Aaron Hemwood gets his first Champions League goal of the season. Beautiful movement here. Look at the space Hemwood has. Poor defending from Juventus. You cannot give a man of his experience a chance like that. Absolutely stunning. Great run from Hemwood, and he took advantage of the space he had and put it past Szczesny. Well, if Gregg Popovich was just going to sit back and probably play for a draw tonight, it's not happening, and Aaron Hemwood made doubly sure of it. Goal 20 minutes in, and Manchester United have the lead, and it's captain amazing again, Aaron Hemwood, isn't it? 1-0 United lead, and Juventus have been shell-shocked. And Tahith Chong again. And Chong's making a run to the box. Oh, he's just wide to Tahith Chong. He's so unlucky Teo Chong, that was beautiful play, and Chesney, Wolf, he probably would have got there, you know. It would have been a stunning save from Chesney if he kept it out. Gomez has lost it. And where has Aaron Hemwood come from with this passing? Obviously being under the wing of Paul Scholes has obviously taught him a thing or two. But Paul Scholes retired years ago. Aaron Hemwood's really only showed it this season. Oh, that's a great header from Dybala. Oh my goodness me. That's the strength of Juventus, isn't it? And Dybala has scored again. Joel Piero not keeping that one out. Well, what a great fake by Cuadrado to force the player away from him and give him the space. Again, no defending from United there. It seems defences are really kind of lackluster. Look at that, no one anywhere near him. So poor defending. It is a great header, to be fair though. Joel Piero right where he can't reach it. Great header. Well, you can't really do much about that one from Dybala, to be fair to him. But we all know that Gregg Popovich really is having more focus on the Liverpool game. He knows his team have qualified for the Champions League no matter what happens, but I think he wants to win the group. I mean, he definitely proved that with the opening goal. Chong. Oh, beautiful move. Chong! Oh, he's off the post again. Teo Chong, that's twice he's hit the woodwork. Beautiful move from Chong. He's really feeling it tonight, isn't he? And it's Hunter. And cleared by Bakui. Of course, he's not going to be a world beater anytime soon with a Ballon d'Or, but in terms of Manchester United, well, he's a Ballon d'Or winner all himself. Here comes Hunter. Hunter cuts in. In comes Pogba. Oh, it's just beautiful, isn't it? The distribution and the passing and the unselfishness by all the players is just a great thing to see. That might be a corner, and it certainly is. Pogba's had a problem with corners. I think he did in the Arsenal match, if you remember. Manchester United don't really have a set piece taker like they used to. And Hemwood shoots! Oh, great save from Chesney. And what a strike by Hemwood as well. He has the tendency to pull one of those out, doesn't he? Look at this. An absolutely stunning shot from Hemwood and an even better save from Chesney as well. We're getting a bit of a classic here right now. Chong with the corner. Oh, and headed in by Smalling. And he scored one of those earlier in the season, didn't he? With Smalling rising above everyone. Good header. Very unfortunate to go wide there. Well, that is the end of the first half. It's been a pulsating game. Probably to be expected. Aaron Hemwood opening the scoring on 20 minutes. And kept it amazing as usual. But Dybala's had a put paid to 3 points so far for United. But you know that they will never stop coming forward. Juventus need to stay alert. It's job done for United as Coach Park will top the group as it stands. We still have another half to play. United won. Juventus won in quite a pulsating matchup, to say the least. Good to see, but you don't want to see that. It is like I said, a heinous act of humanity. It's a penalty given against Smalling, and Juventus have a lifeline here. And the referee's calling Smalling over. Is he going to book him? Doesn't look like it, but very unnecessary challenge here on Ronaldo. You can't do that. It's a poor challenge by Smalling on someone who's obviously going to keep the ball in that instance. He's going to step up to the penalty spot now. I think it's safe to say that Joel Piero is going to struggle here. Yes, he is. Ronaldo scores 2-1 to Juventus, and that puts Juventus now in the driving seat to the... I'm not sure what the replay is. It seems the camera seems stuck. I don't know what's going on there, but in any case, Juventus do have the lead. Ronaldo, obviously, from the penalty spot, absolutely flawless from 12 yards on his best day, to be honest. Good stutter there by Ronaldo, and it called Piero out. It did seem like Piero was going to go in that direction and save it, but you're not going to stop Cristiano Ronaldo on his best day, to be honest. And he never seems to have an off day. So many awards and trophies and honours, and even making waves in Italy now. And as we said in the previous matchup, the world is his kind of platform. to do whatever he wants. And the newest challenge is as being a star in Italy, and he's put Juventus ahead here against United as their attack seems to have fizzled out as TSG Hoffenheim take the lead against Lyon. Lingard. Gomez will be offside if he receives that. Or he might not be. Poor touch. Angel Gomez. He's put it over. He's missed it. How has he done that? Angel Gomez. It was a beautiful move. Oh, and he skied it. Oh my. Gomez should not be missing that. That's an open goal, really, almost. Dybala. Pjanic. Juventus bomb forward. Wide with the cross. It's wide open for Quadrado. What a save by Piera. An absolutely stunning save by Joel Piera. Oh, what a save. Manchester United come forward. Alex Hunter. Pogba. In goes Lingard. Oh, and a save by Chesney. The goalkeepers are having their own say in this matchup. Joel Piera, the last line of defence. Butcher Ali was in the box on his own. I don't know how Piera got there. We're praising him again. Albert. On to Chong. And now Lingard. United continue to try and get forward. Oh, it's a corner. Lingard somehow got a corner from that scenario. See if John will take it. Hunter. And Chesney got there. Lingard. Scott McTominay. Over to Lingard again. Pogba again. Shoots. And it's not going to get through that wall of Juventus defenders. Gomez. He tried to poke it into Lingard, didn't he? Pogba plays it through to Zardes. And Zardes! He's done it! Equaliser for United. Jesse Zardes. Crucial goal. It puts United back in the driver's seat for this group. Jesse Zardes, the substitute. Exactly why he was brought on. Gregg Popovich works his magic, and his main man, Jesse Zardes, the man who was brought in as sort of a coach to the game, to coach Pop, well, now he's making his own mark on the pitch, isn't he? Chesney really unlucky not to get there. He just fell short. And Jesse Zardes, the substitute, gets his first goal of the season, I believe. It's definitely his first Champions League goal. I think it might be his first goal of the season. We haven't really talked about him as such. But Manchester United, they never give up. They never give up. Coach Pop has installed everything back in this team that many people thought would have been lost. And their never give up attitude is one of them. Lingard! Oh! Good save from Chesney. United continue to get forward. I think that's one of the things that has been most impressive about Coach Popovich's sides, the need to get forward. They always score, is what they used to say. And it is certainly the case here. Kind of almost got there, didn't he? End of the game, and Manchester United have the point they need to qualify first in this Champions League group. But boy, were they made to work hard tonight. But they did. And that is the mantra to Coach Popovich's work. And some stunning performances from the likes of Chong, Gomez, and that man Andreas Piera. Oh, a couple of stunning saves to get his team in this position. He's really making a case all of a sudden, isn't he? And I think it was just as a kind of precaution to save David De Gea for Anfield. But when Joel Piera plays, he makes his own point, doesn't he? Interesting. Well, on the pitch today, Manchester United have their point. 2-2. And the goals by Henwood and Zardes on the United side. Ronaldo and Dybala obviously proving Juventus' strength. But today, and for this Champions League group this season, United top it. Again, 2-2. So let's check out all the Champions League final scores and what that means for the final groups and who progresses. In Group A, it was probably decided a game or two back. Atletico Madrid would have won the group regardless of what the score was in their match against Dortmund tonight, because they had a far superior goal difference to Borussia Dortmund. In the game itself, it was a 1-1 draw. Club Brugge lost to AS Monaco by 3-1. Dortmund and Atletico Madrid, progressed from Group A. In Group B, it's the usual suspects, I suppose, with Barcelona and Inter Milan both progressing. Barca winning the group by a goal with a superior goal difference. PSV getting ahead of Spurs, surprisingly, as Mauricio Pochettino's side rather struggled in this season's Champions League, to be honest. They actually drew with Barcelona tonight, while Inter Milan beat PSV by 3-1. In Group C, Napoli are the very unlikely winners in Group C, but an even bigger shot is the elimination of Paris Saint-Germain, but I do believe that was kind of confirmed a game back. No matter the case anyway, PSV actually beat Napoli by 2-1, despite Napoli winning that, but Liverpool couldn't take advantage, and they probably would have lost the group anyway, because of goal difference. They drew 2-2 with Panathinaikos, who made quite the effort considering the initial group of death that Group C looked like, but Paris Saint-Germain are going to the Europa League. In Group D, Schalke have progressed ahead of Galatasaray. They confirmed that a game or so back. In terms of the matches, Porto actually lost to Lucrative Moscow to actually confirm who will be third and going to the Europa League. Lucrative Moscow won that particular battle, with FC Porto having no wins and 3 draws in this group this season. No wins at all, meaning they're gone entirely from Europe. Moscow go to the Europa League. In the other game, Galatasaray lost to Schalke by 1-0. In Group E, FC Bayern and SL Benfica progressed with nearly no surprises. And as we said last week, Group E was pretty much confirmed a game or so back. In the matchups, Bayern Munich beat Benfica by 2-1, and AEK Athens drew with Ajax 2-2. But that was pretty much set in stone a while ago. Bayern and Benfica going through to the last 16. In the Group F, status in Group F, Manchester City progressed as winners in their group ahead of TSG Hoffenheim, who have really been the surprises of this group. Lyon are going to the Europa League. Shakhtar Donetsk are last in the matchups. As we reported, Manchester City actually drawing with Shakhtar Donetsk in the end, and Hoffenheim beating Lyon by 1-0. It's a very valiant effort from the Bundesliga side. No surprise in Group G with the progression of Real Madrid and Roma, CSKA Moscow and Viktoria Pilsen. It was always going to be a tough ask of them getting through from this group. Roma beat Madrid by 1-0, and CSKA beat Pilsen by 2-0. And finally, in Group H, Manchester United got the point they needed to progress against Juventus. No surprises in that. Valencia and the Young Boys. Valencia go to the Europa League. Young Boys only have 2 points with their draw against Juventus on the opening day. In the other matchup, Valencia beat Young Boys by 1-0. The draw for the Champions League hasn't been drawn yet, obviously, so we'll have to wait and see. Let's go to the Europa League then. In Group A, Bayer Leverkusen and Genoa go through, and Bayer Leverkusen, actually, goal difference doesn't count there. That's strange. But Leverkusen in any case, so that's not goal difference, that's something else. I've always wondered what that was. But in any case, Leverkusen have gone ahead of Genoa, probably on goal difference, which isn't showing for some reason. RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg are the progressors in Group B, ahead of Brendan Rodgers' Celtic team, who are out of Europe entirely. Of course, it's the Europa League. He's had a pretty poor campaign by all accounts, only being a point ahead of Wolfsburg BK, but the 2 Red Bull clubs have progressed from Group B to the last, I think it's 32 in the Europa League. Group C, Bordeaux have convincingly won Group C, with only 1 draw and no losses entirely for them, ahead of Slavia Praha, who progressed past ahead of Rio Ave and Copenhagen in that one. In Group D, it's Dynamo Zagreb winning rather comfortably ahead of Fenerbahce, Anderlecht and Dundee FC. Those groups you could probably say was settled a while ago. In Group E, it was a tough one for Unai Emery, wasn't it? And it looks like he's just got through by the skin of his teeth. Sporting Lisbon, a complete dominance in Group E with 18 points from a possible 18, going into the last 32 unbeaten. Arsenal just getting through, I believe, on goal difference ahead of Augsburg. They both had 7 points, and Summer's Edge got 2 valiant points in their matchups there. In Group F, Real Betis and AC Milan progressing. No real surprises there ahead of Olympiacos and AFC Berda. In Group G, Villarreal and Spartak Moscow have progressed with Rangers, Rangers going out. So no Scottish side in any famine of Europe whatsoever, with Rangers gone. And again, it looks like total dominance from Villarreal and Moscow's part. In Group H, Marseille have completely dominated Group H to a degree, ahead of Frankfurt on 9 points. Lazio and Den Haag go out. Besiktas won Group I with Malmo in second. A great effort from Malmo. I believe they're the Finnish side, I think. Genk are gone with Salzburg 08 FF there. Stade Liège in Group J, winning that with Alcaspor in second place ahead of Sevilla. So Manchester United won't have Sevilla in any which case anyhow. So I'm getting my words mixed up. Dynamo Kiev winning Group K with Rennes in second, getting ahead of Zagreb, and Salzburg getting 4 points there. And finally, in Group L, it's no surprises for the progression of Chelsea, but Polk actually have a very honourable mention. In fact, Group L was very tight up till the final day, with Polk getting through on some form of goal difference, I suppose, ahead of Lugano. And Newcastle wasn't too far behind either. And we'll have the draws for these two competitions coming soon.